title belt's fixing to either stay in Cookeville or go to Tiger's Eye right here. And you know his coach said, we don't leave this cage until we take that belt with us.
We've got a hometown boy right here that does not want to let this belt leave Cookeville, Tennessee.
He could be one of the only people that I remember having a belt for a fighting alliance in the Cookeville. I think he could be one of the first fighters ever.
I think he is the only Cookeville guy that maybe even ever fought for a belt.
And here we are on a Friday night at Revolver, the XFA.
Ready to go.
Belt. We got a belt on the line.
But you know who's fixing to play spoiler to all that? Elbert Cates. Elbert Cates has got like the only thing keeping Nick McGehee from taking that belt home. Oh, there it is. There's the belt going around the cage.
Look right in front of you at home. Round one and the XFA championship belt for 165 or 155. 155.
This is one of those UFC weight classes. This is official sanctioned 155.
No losses. Please welcome Nick McGehee.
And you know who's bringing us this title fight? Who's bringing us this title fight?
The one and only Roasted Hemp Company.
Roasted Hemp Company, also right here in Cookeville. They're bringing us this whole event.
So our official judge giving them the rules.
Here we go, guys. We're going to go to the corners. We're going to lock the cage door. We're going to see a title fight.
Main event of the night. Let's hope for 3 rounds of absolutely chaos.
Look at Nick McGehee just muscled up.
He's a little bit stockier.
He's shorter, he's stockier, muscled up. The last time we saw that was when we saw Lalo come out, put on a show. Let's see if Nick can do the same thing.
3-0 in the blue or red corner.
Touch gloves. Oh, he is not the aggressor, though. Elbert coming out throwing leg kicks, switch kicks, landed a little left hook. Nick marching him down. Putting him up against the corner.
Good exchange right there.
Oh, side kick. Knee to the midsection right there, blocked by Nick.
He did not like those knees. Nick started putting those hands down and said, stop that.
Elbert pushing Nick up against the cage with those knees.
Winning the force game, pressing him up against it. Now Nick's got to fight his way off the cage.
That stuff wears you out.
Absolutely.
Look at how Elbert's keeping the underhook right there. He's keeping the pressure up against the cage. Nick's trying to turn out and just can't.
But he can't. He's almost got that left underhook. There it is. He's got that arm pulled away. Now push. Trying to get some distance, just can't.
Elbert's doing a great job. You can tell that they work at his gym, that cage control.
Absolutely, because once he got his back against the cage, he has not moved.
Oh, and those little rabbit liver shots right there, right to the rib cage and hitting that liver. Oh, now here's how here's how Nick's going to get out. Nick's going out to the underhook side.
Oh, a little shoulder action, some hits.
He fell in love with that
underhook.
It is. Nick fell in love with those little uppercuts right there. Nick is having trouble with the kicks. Elbert's able to kick him. That's the problem right now. Is Elbert's keeping him at bay with those kicks.
Nick looks like he wants to stand back and punch. He wants to stand back and brawl.
He wants to run him down and punch. That's what he wants to do. Elbert has got this cage control, and I wonder how long in a title fight we've got. I'm trying to see. We've got 5 3-minute rounds. Yeah. This just being on the cage carrying somebody else's weight is going to wear on him.
It's a long time. That's 15 minutes.
Elbert, this is a good strategy by Elbert, just keeping him against the cage, wearing him down.
Keep
especially
smashing.
The pace that Nick is trying to put on him, running him down, hitting those march steps. He's just hitting those march step punches, rapid fire right down the middle. Some camps call it those machine gun punches.
Yep. Don't look like a lot, but they do it.
Oh, back take by Nick.
There it goes. Now
are we going to see a suplex?
Can he do it? Nope, he didn't drop a level. He's still standing straight.
He's fixing to give up a guillotine. He's fixing to give up a guillotine.
But his chin's down. I think his chin's tucked against the cage.
And he gets the takedown to full guard. All right, so Nick ends up with the takedown, but we're in full guard. And we're going for the old school Gracie heel strikes to the kidneys.
Ain't seen that in a while.
I've not seen that in a long time. Elbert does not like being on his back right here, though. I'm kind of wondering why. Nick's fixing to give up an armbar.
Armbar
There's
right
an armbar. Nick's too strong.
Yeah.
Directly pulled out.
Some heavy bombs with that left hand.
He landed 3 straight bombs.
Hammer fist.
This is where Nick's making up.
That right there sells the fight. That sells the round.
Nick just won that round.
That's going to go to your red corner. That round right there is.
All from the last 30 seconds after the takedown.
Yep, absolutely.
The action was very much back and forth until the takedown. So what I'm seeing is Elbert does have a good jiu-jitsu game. He went for the arm bar. He spun underneath. From what I'm seeing, the patches, he must train at Tennessee BJJ over there with Rick Asias. And what I'm seeing from Nick is a lot of march forward, a lot of rapid-fire punches, machine gun, walk him down, but he's getting spun on the cage.
Yeah, his cage game's a little bit weaker than what you're seeing out of Elbert, but when he does get that little bit of distance, you see that stockiness come in and that strongness come in, and he kind of manhandles him. But we'll see what happens right here, round 2, as the clappers went off, and round 2.
Corners are getting out of the cage. I think we both agree, both of your announcers are going to say that Nick was able to win that first round with his last 30 seconds flurry, but what did that take out of the gas tank?
Yeah, absolutely. That was going to be my next thing. He went ham there for the last 30 seconds. What's this first minute going to look like right here? And that's going to tell the tape.
If he's able to get inside, if he can land 1 or 2 of those little marching punches that he's throwing, you're going to see a different game plan. And if I was at Elbert's corner, I'd be like, stay on the corners. You need to be circling constantly. Don't let him walk you down. Definitely don't let him put you up against the cage.
Hit your angles, get away from him, and put him up against it.
Both guys meeting out in the middle of the ring for round number 2. Swishing on a leg kick.
Ooh,
Elbert lands a mean body kick. And just like we said, Nick's a little slower this round. He's backing up a little bit, already taking steps back.
Yep.
Oh, he landed one. Pushes Elbert up against the corner. And, he starts to take.
He's got him clinched in with his chin down.
It looks like Nick's wanting the takedown, but he's not able to commit to the full body lock. I thought maybe he was going to go to the single, but he didn't commit to the single either. So we saw he's just wanting to push him up against the cage and lean on him maybe.
Yeah, they fought for hands there for a minute, and they just kind of fell where they're at now. So
Nick trying to hit a foot sweep, but you can't really hit a foot sweep on the heavy leg. If he would just turn right here, this is where you see the amateurs
right
coming
foot
in.
out. If he'd stick that right foot to the front of his foot and turn, he'd flipped him right there.
The amateur right there a little bit, you can see a little bit of the maybe not really.
There's the level, that was nice.
Double leg. Good job by Nick, but he lands in full guard. Last time we saw this Nick strategy in full guard was just to stand up, so we may see that again. I know that he doesn't like those heel strikes to the kidneys that Elbert keeps pulling off.
And there they are again. As soon as you said it, he started kicking them down again.
I think that may be something that these Tiger's Eye guy must practice, because when he gets in closed guard, every time he's opening his guard and starts, I think he's just trying to get some action. He's trying to see a mistake from Nick.
You know, Cody from Upper Cumberland MMA said that not a lot of training on the ground stuff. Well, here we go. We're full ground. Nick's holding it together. He's doing a good job.
Nick likes to stand up out of this guard, and he's able to pull out of the closed.
And then throw
legs are
bombs.
Unlocked. Oh, and then, yep. He's landing these little rabbit punches right here with his right hand. And he's hammering them in. These are landing. These are landing.
Behind, right to the ear. Every one of them. Main card fight right now. Round 2 of 5. And Nick is laying the hammer down.
He's totally content. I think we're seeing Elbert. He's laying on his side.
He tapped.
Tapped the strike.
Tap, and that's it. You tap getting punched.
He tapped the rabbit strikes him. He's not moving. I think maybe a few of those got in a little bit more than we could see from over here from our vantage point.
He's holding his belly.
I'm not exactly sure. I hope that he's okay. He is sitting up, so that's a good sign. I don't know exactly why he tapped, but I don't know if we've got, I hope we don't have anything broke. I hope Elbert's okay.
He took a barrage of punches right there at the end of that round. Or right there at the end.
The little right uppercuts that he was just landing, every one of them were getting through. I don't know if you saw that at home. It was right in front of me and my partner, and you were just seeing every one of those right hands land.
Yeah, they didn't look nasty, but you add up 20 of them. They're nasty when you add that many together. Here we go, we're going down the cage.
And then he was throwing in the body shots in the middle.
Yeah, still eating them. And he took that big body kick before that, too. I mean, you know that was still tender.
But in all this mix and concern for Elbert, what we're missing out on is we've got a new 155 champ.
Oh, absolutely. And he goes 4-0. Not 3-0 now. He's 4-0 now.
Nick McGehee, your 155 XFA MMA champion. Taking nothing away from Nick. being concerned for a fallen opponent.
2 minutes and 14 seconds by TKO in the second round. McGehee, your new champion with a record of 4-0.
The emotion right there, the emotion that just hit him when they raised his hand, and that's what it's all about.
He just realized I've just accomplished a goal. I've got a belt in the XFA. Let's send it to the ring and see what Nick's got to say.
Absolutely.
Great fight. He put up a lot of strength, and you came in here extremely focused. And I felt coming out of that first round that you had the confidence that you felt you could close it out. What were you thinking coming into the second round? Control. Everything you want to do, fuck you.
Fuck yeah, that's all I know.
That be political correct, but that kind of makes sense. So, all right, now you're the champion. What's next? Are you gonna come out? You're gonna put the title on the line? Are you changing your training regimen? What's next for you?
Fight?
Alright, well, been out of game for a little while. This has been a big dream of mine. Win a title.
It's been a dream to win a title.
If you didn't hear it at home, he's got a PhD, and he just likes whooping ass.
I just think he just retired. He said he's got other shit to do. His dream was to win a belt in the XFA, and he's got other shit to do with his PhD, and he's done. I don't know if that means today or permanently, but Nick McGehee just won his 155 title. I hope he didn't leave it in the ring.
Oh, I hope he comes back.
We've got a lot of matchups that I would love to see him fight.
Oh, absolutely. There's some fighters out there that would make a good matchup with him.
I would love to see him fight Lalo. Lalo at 145. He just made his debut. I'll play matchmaker for a minute. Give him Lalo that we just seen with the red mohawk earlier.
Oh, you talk about two pit bulls going at it right there. Perfect matchup right there.
That is a dogfight in an XFA cage for Paris. DJ Mackey, if
there
you're
you go.
listening to
Yeah,
this,
he's listening.
hey, we just made the match for you. We just made the match.
Pac, sir?
Hey, man, it's been fun.
That's it.
This has been the best time I've had.
I'm telling you, that puts an end to tonight's fights here at Revolver Dance Hall in Cookeville, Tennessee with the XFA. Pac, what's your takeaway from it?
Man, I'm telling you what, the outstanding fight of the night for me was still the teenagers. That teenage kickboxing fight for 145, you didn't see a better fight than that all night. I believe Lalo and Nick McGehee took the best MMA fighters of the night for me. That was who you need to keep your eye on. What about you?
Yeah, I think the biggest one was going to be the teens kickboxing match. I mean, those two guys right there, when you talk about grit and heart, they threw the grit out, they threw the heart out. Give it 2 years, you're going to be watching those names a lot more than just around here.
They're going to be fighting for belts and MMA belts and kickboxing belts, and you may see them in Glory, you may see them in some of the big shows, but if they're doing that as teenagers, they got a big, bright, shining road ahead of them.
Oh, absolutely. Pac, sir, once again,
it's been a great time. We'll see you again. It's
been
April.
fun. I'm holding my hand out. They can't see us.
Hold on. It's been April. What's our next event?
April 5th. 4th?
April 5th in Paris
I don't know when they
Station.
tell me to go to Paris Station.
That's it. I'll see you at Paris Station. We'll see you then.
Once again, you guys at home, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back. Make sure you catch us on Facebook, TikTok, X, you name it. We were Pac and Brandon coming back.